Good morning, everybody in the cryptoverse. It's 6:57 a.m. Thursday, May 12th. Some people have asked me to make a comment on what I see. This is not financial advice, it's just simple observation. Why do I got this 5-year Bitcoin chart up here? 2017 is a whale-induced pump and dump. After that dump, powers that be like BlackRock and other financial institutions decided to get in the market and caused a prolonged bear accumulation market. As a result, their continued participation in adding liquidity into the market pumped us up. Then they decided to take profit. It, of course, brought it back down. Then they added liquidity in the market. Then they decided to extract that liquidity in the form of profit. When you add a lot of liquidity into a volatile market and extract it for profit purposes, you're going to see more extremes. And companies coming in like BlackRock with $4 trillion portfolio is going to add a lot of liquidity this market hasn't experienced before. And a lot of people out there panicked when they seen this extreme dump, which was just the large major players that recently arrived in this market removing their profit, their liquidity. And they're going to come back. The only reason I could see this is lower than usual is that Terra Luna debacle. What I seen last night, which I should have done myself when we were conversing, is when Terra Luna, the stable coin, was at 43 cents. People said buy in and dump at 80 cents. And they did it. They doubled their money overnight. Now, it went up to 80 cents last night. Just like they said, they dumped it. They doubled their money. And now it's probably back around, what, 40, 50 cents? It'll go back up again. It might take a few cycles for it to get back up to $1 now. Because people are going to take advantage of that for a little bit. It worked for them yesterday. It's probably going to work for them tomorrow or today. So people don't panic. The people who made the most money, who weathered all these conditions that you see here, all these downturns, are the people who held long term. I do both. I trade and I hold something for long term. Now again, this isn't financial advice. What I learned is you have to stop listening to the spaghetti and shoestring boys, and you're going to have to pick up a book and you're going to have to start reading about markets and what moves them, and then you can understand. Some people it takes longer, some people it doesn't. But whatever amount of time it takes, if you're going to come into the crypto market, you have to learn it. You have to learn not to panic, because a lot of people who just bought Bitcoin and was just going to think they were going to be a millionaire overnight are watching the market every day, and these big boys that own the exchanges, the market makers, and the big gigantic investors, they know this. And they said, I got to get these people committed into reacting the wrong way. So what do? They instill fear in the market. And they do use the media to do that, and social media to do that. Now let's go take a look at Coinbase. Word of advice, if you're buying coin from any of the exchanges, remove it and put it someplace where only you can access it for safekeeping. Don't trust these exchanges. Now let's see what's going on. I could tell right away everything you guys have been dumping in your panic, they've been buying it. Bitcoin is a limited issue. Now you got all of these big finance companies, the Johnny-come-latelys like BlackRock, who decided to get in the market about 2 years ago. There's not going to be no reissue of Bitcoin. What you see is what you get, and it's getting harder to mine as the difficulty goes up. And there's less miners on the market because of this. They're going to find an alternate means of getting Bitcoin. And the only way they can get it now is to get it out of the hands of the people that hold it. Shakespeare said it the best. The world is just the stage. And this is an act that they put on that the market's collapsing and you guys are going to run out there and sell them everything. BlackRock, for instance, has a $4 trillion portfolio. They're coming in here with billions. And there's a whole slew of other companies that said Bitcoin's bad. But now all of a sudden they turned around and they're buying it and adding it into their own portfolio. When they seen how much money this is making, their bias suddenly fell out the window. So again, this was orchestrated by the adding of liquidity and the removing of it for profit taking. I don't think there's anything nefarious unless you want to start talking about what happened on July 11, 2021. And you compare it to this over here. This one has the added incidence of Terra Luna. What's going to happen in a few months? Look at the chart. The more liquidity that's entering and leaving the market, it's going to cause more extremes in volatility. That's all I see. And on that, I'm out of here. I hope that helps you.